How vulnerable are U.S. military bases in the Gulf? Iran has been hitting installations in the region as part of its counteroffensive since Israel and the U.S. launched their attack. As well as striking civilian sites, they've also been targeting U.S. military bases across the Middle East, including in Kuwait, Bahrain, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia.
We have seen that they've been able to get some significant hits. Some more high-profile things like high-rise hotels. But they've also had some success as well in striking military targets.
So which US bases have the Iranians targeted so far? One of the biggest in the region, the Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, which hosts about 10,000 troops and serves as the forward headquarters for US Central Command, has been attacked.
The United States has a large base in Qatar, which is largely used for flowing supplies into the region, but that's really critical for cargo aircraft, aerial refueling capabilities.
Also targeted on March 2nd, the Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia, plus the headquarters of the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet in Bahrain, where about 9,000 personnel provide operational support for U.S. and coalition forces in the region. And then there's the Ali Al Salem Air Base in Kuwait, which houses U.S. military. Also targeted, the Al Dhafra Air Base in the United Arab Emirates, which hosts some 3,500 U.S. personnel. So should the U.S. be worried?
Over time, we have limited numbers of interceptor missiles, and so the threat to U.S. bases will increase as our supply of interceptors dwindles down. You're going to have to start making some really hard choices about whether to intercept things or to take some hits in order to conserve your interceptors for future threats.
The U.S. has around 40,000 personnel stationed in the region across 19 sites. So why does Washington even have all this manpower in the Middle East?
So the United States has always had some military presence, in the region, but really this is an artifact of the Gulf War in 1991 and the Iraqi threat, the invasion to Kuwait, and then Operation Desert Storm, when we really flew a lot of forces into Saudi Arabia, into particular, to protect it and then to liberate Kuwait.
The U.S. says its presence in the Gulf aims to prevent regional threats and provide stability and security. So are they really a good thing?
I don't think there's actually really good evidence to date to suggest that U.S. forward posture in the Middle East is stabilizing. If it is stabilizing, then the history doesn't fit with that, given what we've seen over the last few years.